If you're starting out on guitar or you're considering to do that for the very first time, you might find yourself a little bit lost, as besides music theory, guitar itself is quite a broad, huge topic, and sometimes people get really scared or lost within YouTube videos by researching the best things to learn. So guys, in this very first video, I'm gonna try to make the process of learning of these bases very digestible and easy to apply, especially if you don't have enough time to practice during a week. Ciao Muroni, come sei? My name is Nicole Matera, Nick in English of course, and in this channel here, I'm helping beginner and intermediate guitarists of all ages that are willing to either start playing the guitar or they want to improve their skill on the instrument. So, from where do I start to learn? This, is a really good question that I believe everyone asks himself or herself whenever you're trying to approach any new instrument actually. So actually guys, let me know in a comment below if you agree and that sounds familiar to you as well. In my personal opinion, in this phase of your learning, since you're just starting out, you're really a beginner, one of the best way to start and get passionate about the instrument is really among the thousands of topics that are available online, is really trying to find the tools that allows you to play the songs, every song that you listen to the radio, and be able to play it here. And by that I mean chords. And I can assure you guys, really the guitar is really approachable in these terms. But now enough talking, let's start with your very first two chords for this lesson here. The first chord I'm gonna teach you is E minor. And there is a specific reason for that, why I'm choosing this. So it is indeed one of the simplest chords because as you can see here, you just need two fingers to make this chord resonate. The second reason is really pragmatic and to avoid any kind of hurt to your hand. Because of course we are not born with chords in our hands, right? And of course we need to get used to them. And starting with this simple chord here is really, I would say, a good thing as it doesn't hurt your hand too much, at least at the beginning, and is not really stretching out your hand in a severe way, as for example, if I was doing this chord here. See how much my fingers are stretched? Now that you learned the shape of E minor, let's try together to play it with a rhythmic pattern over and see how it sounds. Let's set up a metronome at 50 BPM, and for this we're gonna play 4 times just towards the bottom, right? So never up, just down. Okay, let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. As you can see guys, I strum just in one direction. I strum down, never up. And I'm suggesting you really at this stage to follow up because really if you insert, the up strumming at this stage of your learning, it's gonna be more difficult to you. And however, during next videos, you'll definitely learn also other rhythmic patterns that will give you a tastier sound, by inserting the up strumming. But really at this moment, let's stick with the basics. Also guys, if you find any value in what I'm saying, and if you really want to speed up and maximize your learning curve by having private lessons online with me, make sure you check out NML.com. I'm giving you the link here below, and select in the bottom left angle your preferred language, as I'm teaching in multiple languages. And also guys, if you like what you've seen so far in the video, please give a big thumb up, subscribe to the channel so you can support me, and of course hit the bell notification so you can always stay updated. Alright guys, so the second chord for today is going to be A minor, and it's gonna sound like this. So to do that, we're gonna need our index finger in the first fret on the second string of B. Then we're gonna need our middle finger in the second fret on the string of D. Then we're gonna need our ring finger as a third one and last one in the second fret in the string of G. And together we'll sound like this again. I really suggest you to play it without considering the string of E, the one at the very beginning. Otherwise you're gonna sound a bit, different, from the way it should sound. I'll give you an example. You see, the sound like this is really sharper and, I would say more quality. As you might have noticed, guys, there's not really a huge difference between those two chords in terms of geometry and shape, because E minor is made by your middle finger and your ring finger only, whereas with E minor, you just need really to add one finger here and to swap position, maintaining the same geometry going back, right? So we're gonna have, as I explained before, the ring finger in the second fret in the chord of D, and in the second fret again in the chord of G. And of course, guys, if you're getting confused here by these new terms such name of the strings, you can really check this video. I'm gonna give you a mini tutorial where you can find all the strings name and the infos you need there. So regarding the routine, guys, I really suggest you to start by spending something around 10 minutes a day and try to, of course, if you can, of course, whenever you can, but 10 minutes a day is ideal, and really try to learn these two shapes, so E minor, E minor. And when the geometry is set it up in your mind, then practice with the same rhythmic pattern I explained to you before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 for both of them. And of course, if you can, swap them in between. So the final exercise will be this one here. You might have noticed I didn't follow a metronome here. It was just for the purpose of showing you how to do the exercise in the correct way. So also, guys, don't worry, if the sound at the beginning is not going to be really crystal clear, because really it's gonna be common that rather than this, your sound is gonna be something like this. But of course, with the time, it will always be nicer, and you will always become better until you reach the desired result. So guys, that was the end of the video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.